back. So today I'm going to be doing my everyday kind of spring makeup look. We're going to be using the Sweet Peach palette and one of the Makeup Geek shadows, so stay tuned. So starting it off, I'm going to take my Dr. Brandt Pores No More. This is a bit of a tinted primer. I'm just going to put that all over my face. Alright, and then I'm going to quickly move on to my eyes. So I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Shadow Insurance to prime my lids. Then I like to take a skin colored shadow and just put that on the eyes. Alright, so to start on the eyes, I'm going to be taking the Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced. I'm going to be taking Georgia and just putting that onto the crease. You just want to continue buffing that into your crease until you feel like you have the desired color that you were hoping for in there. Alright, so once we have Georgia to the color that we wanted it to be, we're going to then take this Morphe M505 and go into Puree and just put that into the crease again. And then once I have it to kind of the color that I wanted it to be, I take a clean blending brush and then I just blend that in a bit more just to get rid of any harsh lines. After we have created where we want it to be, I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. crease brush, taking a bit of Summer Yum and Charmed I'm Sure and just buffing that in a bit more, getting it a little darker. Again, doing the same technique that we did with Puree. So after we got our crease and like our outer V to where we want it to be, I just again take a blending brush and just blend all that together so it does not have any harsh lines or harsh edges. Alright, so now that we have our crease and everything where we want it to be, then going to be taking this Makeup Geek shadow. I believe this is the duochrome one, but I could be wrong. This is in Mai Tai. We're just going to put that all over the lid. You can always wet your brush as well with some setting spray, some Fix Plus. I'm just going to use MAC Fix Plus and just wet that brush so that the intensity is a bit better. I feel like this look needs a little bit more on the lid, so then I'm going to be taking an Anastasia shade. This is in Glisten. I'm just putting that over top of Mai Tai. And I'm just going to be taking that same e.l.f. crease brush and just going through that crease again with Puree. Alright, so I'm done kind of on my eyes. I'm just going to finish off my face. So to just give my makeup that longer lasting effect, I'm going to take the Nivea Man Aftershave Balm and just put that all over my face. Just want to rub that in until it feels quite tacky. Then for foundation, I'm going to be taking some of the Rimmel London Match Perfection, and I'm just going to mix that in with one pump of True Match Lumi. The Rimmel one is in 200 Soft Beige, and the True Match Lumi is in, I think it's Warm 4. So I'm just going to do one pump of the Rimmel and a half a pump of the Lumi one. And we're just going to mix that on and apply that. And then I'm just going to be blending that in with a damp beauty blender. Alright, so after our foundation, we're then going to conceal. I'm going to be taking this NYX HD one in CW05 to conceal slash highlight. So it's going to go under my eyes, my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and a little bit on the chin. Also going to be taking this Joe Fresh concealer. It is a really like illuminating concealer, so I really like it under the eyes for that like extra wide awake or like highlighty look. So I'm just going to be taking that and just applying a little bit more of that. And then again, just going to blend that out with our damp beauty blender. Alright, and right after, when you're done with your concealer, you want to go in and set that right away, especially if you're prone to a lot of creasing, which I am. Going to be taking the RCMA No Color Powder on my Morphe M438. I love this brush. It's so tapered, so it fits right under your under eyes. So yeah, I'm just taking that RCMA powder and just putting that under wherever we place the concealer. And then to set the rest of our face, we're just going to be taking the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder and just putting that all over our face. This is in transparent. And this is a Sephora 55 brush. I set my face because I am very oily, so my makeup will transfer, it'll just look really oily if I don't set my face. This is one of my favorite powders to set my face with. Thumbs up the video if you guys have oily skin as well and like want to learn some tricks onto like how to solve their oily skin. I feel like through having oily skin you learn a lot about like how to deal with it, so I can help you guys out if you guys are interested. Alright, I'm just going to do my brows real quick off camera. Alright, so sometimes when it's spring, when it gets a lot hotter out, I don't like doing eyeliner that much. So I'm just going to do a quick tight line on my eyes. I'm just going to be using this Buxom Eyeliner, and it's really great, super black. So I'm just going to tight line that real quick. Then I'm just going to finish up the under eyes. So I'm going to be using a Makeup Geek pencil brush. Another great under eye brush is any brush like this. This is just old e.l.f. brush that I have, but it's really great because it does work really good at getting that color in there and smudging it out a bit. So I'm going to take that brush and use Puree on that. So you just want to get all that brush in there, tap off a little bit of excess, and just start getting into that under the eye. I'm just going to be taking that kit brush and blending it in as I go. So I am going to take Tempting and try to get that as close to the lash line as I can. This is it's a great black, so it's so unique. It has like your goldish reflex in there. So it really just adds like a different effect to the eye, and I love it. When you're working with darker colors, you want to work little bits at a time, because with darker colors, if you do make a mistake, they can be a lot harder to fix. So always work in smaller amounts of product. Alright, so now that our under eyes are done, we're going to highlight and contour. So to highlight my under eyes, I'm just going to be taking the NYX contour palette. I'm just going to be taking the banana shade here and just putting that under my eyes. Again, using the Morphe M438 because I love this brush so much. I'm just putting that under the eyes. Contour, I'm going to take my Real Techniques contour brush, do a mixture of these two shades right here, and do a slight contour with that. or make some up if you ain't got them. If you do feel like your contour is a bit too much, sometimes I take this Morphe M527 and just blend that out a little bit better. Alright, and then for blush, I'm going to be using one of my all-time favorites. It's the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. It has like a nice, soft, like pink to it, so it's a really nice, I love this blush all year round, but it's especially nice for spring, just because it does give that little flush of color on there. I'm just going to be taking that on my Real Techniques blush brush and just dusting that on the apples of my cheeks. Then I'm going to apply my falsies real quick. They are these ones over here. A friend went to Japan and brought them back. They are super nice. They are a nice little natural lash. So when you do want to, if you don't want to wear falsies, you don't have to. These ones just give my lashes a little bit more volume, which I do love. So I'll just pop these in off camera and then I'll come back to you guys. Alright, so now that I have my lashes on, I'm going to let them dry a little bit more and just meantime apply mascara to my bottom lashes. I'm just going to be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara for the bottom lashes. I'm just going to curl my lashes with the falsies, just to make sure that they all blend together and that there's no gaps in between them. I'm just going to be taking an old eyelash curler and just doing that. And then lastly, you do always want to take a mascara and blend those lashes together. Again, I'm just going to be taking the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Alright, and then lastly, we just got a highlight. So I'm just going to be highlighting my inner corner and my brow bone. For that one, I'm just going to be taking, I'm liking matte highlights on the brow bone, so I'm just going to take White Peach and put that under the brow bone with any brush. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to be taking Nectar out of the Sweet Peach palette. Oh, it's so beautiful, just like a nice little, doesn't add too much highlight, but it's really pretty on the inner corners. Brings a nice sheen. And then for my face highlight, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Glow Kit. Probably just gonna go in with Bubbly and just apply that everywhere. So I'm going to be taking that on the Morphe M510 and just sweeping that all over my cheekbones. And then for my lip, I'm just going to be doing the Kat Von D Everlasting Lipstick, and I think it's called Bau Hau 5. It's a great spring shade. It's a light, nice magenta. So we're just going to put that on real quick. Alright, so now that we do have our lips done, we are all done. Lastly, you just want to spray your face, make sure everything's set. So we're just going to spray that with the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. And then you're all good to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, this is my everyday spring look. I love to bring some color into my makeup with doing some bold lips, so this is a great way that you guys can do it. You can always change up the lip color. You can go nude. This look works anyway. So again, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything you guys want to see from us, let us know. We'll see you next week.